evaluate and simplify the difference quotient for the given function. Now the difference quotient is made up of two specific function calls, f of x plus h and f of x, and then it's a subtraction and a division. So first off, I think it's a good idea to find the individual parts, the f of x plus h and the f of x. Now f of x plus h, let's start with f of x being negative 5x minus x squared. If I were to set this up in blanks, f of blank equals negative 5 blank minus blank squared. Now if I plug in f of x plus h, so if I were to plug in x plus h into these blanks, I have the expression that I will then simplify for what is f of x plus h. So let's simplify this. This first one, just distribution, negative 5x minus 5h minus, and this part I'm going to remind you that it's a foiling process. So that would be x squared plus 2xh, outer and inner are both xh, and then plus h squared. So then we distribute the negative. This would be negative 5x minus 5h minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared. This is all f of x plus h. A fair amount of work goes into finding that piece in general. And now we have f of x, so we don't need to do anything to find this piece. So now let me formulate the difference quotient. I recommend this format. Subtract parentheses, because usually the function will not be a monomial. It'll have multiple terms, and therefore the subtraction will need to distribute. So the f of x plus h, we're going to plug in the negative 5x minus 5h, we're looking at 5, there we go, minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared. That's what we just found. Then minus the f of x is the negative 5x minus x squared. All of that is over h. Equals, let's distribute the negative, is negative 5x minus 5h minus x squared minus 2xh minus h squared plus 5x plus x squared. All of this over h. Now there will be some terms. Anything without an h will reduce to 0, like terms adding to 0. The negative 5x, the plus 5x, that is 0 as well. Equals, we have negative 5h minus 2xh minus h squared all over h. And at this step, don't just reduce the h, because division has to distribute. It has to go everywhere. So the safest step is to factor out the h in the numerator, which is just dividing by h. And then you can reduce these h's. Now this is an h divided by h is 1. So these reduce to 1, whereas the previous steps they were reducing terms to 0. These are factors reducing to 1. Okay. Final answer, negative 5 minus 2x minus h. This is the difference quotient of the given function.